Wang Yangming believes that there is no distinction between good and evil in the world, so there is no theory of getting rid of evil for good. If you really want to create good and evil, it is also in the hearts of the people. To follow nature and develop is good. And to be disturbed by external things, and mixed with selfish desires is evil. The so-called good and evil is only produced according to nature under the influence of the surrounding environment. The difference between good and evil is not nature, but habitual nature is an internal thing. Usually may not feel its existence, but it secretly manipulates you. It determines most of your habits, your character, and even your life. People are born very simple, very natural, due to the acquired education, the influence of the environment. The perfect natural human nature has been engraved with many patterns and carvings, and the original simplicity has been destroyed. In fact, people should deliberately carve the edges and corners of their own nature, and keep the most simple things in life. During the pre-Qin period, there was a young man in the Shilin area of Yan State. This young man is not worried about food and clothing, and he can be regarded as a middle-class talent in terms of appearance. He just lacks self-confidence and often feels that everything is inferior to others and inferior to others for no reason. Clothes are good, food is people's incense, and standing and sitting is also the elegance of others. He learned what he saw and lost it as much as he did. Although he was refurbished, he was never good at one thing and didn't know what he was supposed to look like. The family advised him to change the habit. He thought his family was in charge of too much. Relatives and neighbors said he was a bear breaking sticks, but he didn't listen at all. Over time, he wondered whether he should walk like this. The more he looked at it, the more he felt that his posture of walking was too stupid and ugly. One day, when he met several people talking and laughing on the road, he only heard someone say that the Handan people walked in a beautiful way. As soon as he heard this, he was worried, and hurried forward to find out. Unexpectedly, the men saw him, laughed and walked away. How beautiful is the walking posture of the people in Handan! He couldn't imagine it. It became a worry for him. Finally one day, he went to Handan, as far away as Handan, to learn to walk without telling his family. When he arrived in Handan, he felt fresh and dazzling everywhere. When he saw the child walking, he felt lively, beautiful, and learned. When he saw the old man walking, he felt calm and learned. When he saw the woman walking, he felt swaying and learning. In this way, but in the middle of the moon, he couldn't even walk, and he ran out of money, so he had to crawl back. This is the origin of the idiom, learning to walk in Handan. What it reveals is that if you copy mechanically and imitate others mechanically, you will not only learn the strengths of others, but also lose your own strengths and skills. Many people can't live the life they want. So they want to be others, and imagine themselves as characters in imitation. Live a life of imitation. In fact, everyone has their own nature, blindly imitating others, distorting their true colors, will eventually lose themselves. People need to abandon their proud cleverness and selfish greed. If everyone can do this, there will be no criminals and thieves, and there will be no great evil as we think. Mr. Nan Huajin, a famous master of sinology, once said that if the concept of absolute saints, abandoning wisdom, is summed up in the ideal of life, it is, si suo huo pu. Selfish and selfish, see, refers to the ground. Ideas and ideas are called views. Plain is pure, and clean. Plain is an uncarved log with fine texture. Seeing that Su Bei O Pu is the sage's otherworldly sentiment of life, the good quality is hidden, Sinorama is introverted. Everything is made by nature, and there is no deliberate artificial creation. Confucius also said in the Analects of Confucius, the plain is like a blank piece of paper, which does not stain any color, and people's ideas should be kept pure and clean at all times, that is, they should not think of good or evil. With a broad mind, we should always embrace primitive and natural simplicity, and treat people and deal with affairs with this attitude. If an individual has this kind of self-cultivation, his whole life will be the greatest happiness. If everyone holds this attitude towards life, the world will be peaceful and harmonious. The best thing lies in people themselves, but when the waves do the best, when the sand comes to an end, you will see the real gold. Most people don't realize the value of their true colors until they are flashy. Jade is not carved, but sometimes, people should become a log that refuses to be carved, keeping the simple, kind and simple things in human nature, and don't let external carvings destroy the nature of nature. If a person can show others with his true color, and coruscate his true personality, he is the most beautiful to live out of himself.